Hi everyone, this is Sophie and you're watching Sophie at Stanford. Today I'm going to be talking about some study tips that I have. Disclaimer, these are just things that I know work for me personally. Different people have different systems that work best for them. But if you want to just see how I do things, then you can keep on watching and see if maybe some of these tips also work for you. So let's get into it. So my first piece of advice, I actually got this one from a friend. It's about understanding this law called Parkinson's law, which is work expands and contracts to fill the available time. So this has a few different corollaries that you might find useful. One of them is, if you save your work until the last minute, it only takes a minute to do. Another corollary is, if you give your work way too much time to do your work, it will end up just expanding to fill all that time. So this is definitely not me saying just save all your work until the last minute, but rather think about what speed you would like to be getting your work done. Maybe you're the type of person who really likes going through it leisurely. If you have an essay or a problem, you want to just really sit there pondering it for many hours to make it the best product you can. Maybe you're the type of person who loves doing all sorts of different things, so you don't want any individual assignment to take very long. Whatever your style is, just realize that this is how work operates and make plans accordingly. I always like to have side projects that I'm working on that are really fun and weird. And so the reason I like to have these is because sometimes I'm just not in the mood for getting my other work done. And so then I still want to be productive, and just sitting there with the textbook open and pretending to get work done accomplishes literally nothing except feeling miserable. So instead, I will just say, you know what, the actual homework's not going to happen, so I'm just going to work on something else right now. And then after I've done that for like an hour or so, now I've A, gotten stuff accomplished, and B, now I'm actually in a very productive mood and I'm able to hit my other work. It kind of serves two purposes that way. Treat finding what you're going to do next as a full-time class, and really give it that much attention and energy, because leading into my next trip is have the work that you're doing be things that you actually enjoy doing. So you don't want to spend your whole time doing work in classes that you don't want to do. Work when your body wants to work, and take care of your nutrition, your sleep, and your exercise. Because at some point, it doesn't really matter how many hours you're clocking in. If your body's not being very efficient, it's completely irrelevant. And so if I don't get enough sleep, if I'm out of shape and I haven't been exercising, my food's bad, and I'm working at the wrong time of day, it doesn't really matter how long I'm just sitting there with my laptop open. It would have been way more efficient for me to have gotten the correct amount of sleep, correct food, correct exercise, and doing it for a shorter period of time, and I could get way more work done. So my next tip is, when you're looking to get work done, surround yourself with people who work harder than you and are accomplishing more than you. Because for a few things, one, this is just really inspirational and motivational to at least get your work done if everybody around you is accomplishing really great things. And then also on the side, it's really awkward to just get off task if everyone around you is very focused. And so then this just helps you guys hold each other accountable to actually get your work done, which is great because this is kind of the goal when you sit down to get your work done. And so it's nice to have people who are all there lifting each other up to accomplish your common goal. So my next tip, this does not work for everybody, but I know this works for a lot of people, is to turn your work into a game. So for example, if you're doing math proofs, maybe you have a race which person can figure it out first. Fun fact, I've been to a party where this was actually a party activity. You had Team Epsilon versus Team Delta, and it was really nice to see who could finish the proof first. This actually happened at one of the nearby dorms. Or maybe if you're in a humanities class, you're writing an essay, there's all sorts of things that you can do online, such as the most dangerous app, which deletes all your progress if you wait more than 3 seconds of typing in words. Maybe you can do, there's also video game things where it's if you reach certain word counts, then your little character guy goes and beats a dragon or whatever. And you can find one of these games if that's your style. But see what you can do, or maybe just say, I'm not going to do any of these, but if I accomplish my checklist for tonight, then I'm going to give myself this reward. So then my last tip is to eliminate transition time. So I have a couple examples for how this works for me. So 2 big transitions that I have to deal with, or if I have a class, then a 2-hour block and then another class. For such a transition, I will not go back to my dorm. I will sit outside either the classroom I just had or my next classroom. I will just literally sit down and just start getting my work done. And then I don't have to have any extra transition commuting from the classroom to another spot to the classroom. I just have one transition that I need to go. And so then this gives me a very productive study block, because now it's you have a 2-hour timer, get as much homework done as fast as you can, ready, set, go. Because there's really not that much that's super fun to do during this 2-hour block anyway, so I might as well just be really productive. Another transition that I like to eliminate for myself is when I'm going from school to exercise. And so maybe this is going to the gym or like the yoga studio nearby. And so if I'm going to yoga, it's a half-hour walk. And if I have a class that ends at 5:20, which happens to me a few times a week, then I want to make it in time for the 6 o'clock class. So I have a 30-minute walk, which means I get a 5-minute transition after class to get out the door and go, plus a 5-minute transition after I've arrived to getting my hair up, changing into my outfit, and getting into the class and start stretching. And so by having these transitions just eliminated, I pack my exercise outfits in the morning and put them in my backpack. So that way I don't have an extra transition going back to the dorm, because that eats up so much time. It's like actually really surprising. So that's it for my video. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below any more tips you have so we can all share tips together as well in a big community. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!